If you've ever wondered what it is like to ski every day, then this is the movie for you. If you want to be on a ski team, then this movie will show you what that entails. And if you just want to watch two girls having great fun in the snow, then this is definitely the movie for you. So to start, let's go right back to the beginning and meet Senna Jarvis. Here she is at 14 months old in La Plagne in France.
You want to come in the snow? Snow!
Later that day, she had her first experience on skis, and she hasn't looked back since. 4 years later, Senna could ski anything, and she adored going fast. And now let's meet her sister, Emerson. Emerson loved to ski with Mum and Dad, but to her it was all just a big fun game. By the time Emerson was 4.5, she was away, and in March of 2017, we had a weekend at North Star that convinced us that living at a ski resort was what we wanted to do. Our first full season at North Star was in 2018, and you had to be fast to keep up with the girls. That year, both Senna and Emerson entered their first races, the highlight being the Moguls competition, where Senna was the top girl and Emerson won the boys competition because they assumed that her name was a boy's name. 2019 was the first full year of racing for Emerson, and while she had good technique, she struggled to consistently get to the finish line. Meanwhile, Senna was proving to be fast, smooth, and consistent.
Go, Senna, go, 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 go!
Today, Senna and Emerson are full-time members of the North Star ski team, which means that they're out skiing with their coach 5 days a week. And when they're not skiing, they're doing schoolwork, like all other kids. We're going to follow them through an entire ski season and give you loads of good hints and tips along the way. But let's start with the first rule of being in ski team. Schoolwork comes first. Our kids only get to ski if they get their schoolwork done first. We live in the village of North Star, where the ski season begins in the second half of November. It's always exciting and thrilling when the first snow falls. But if you think being a ski racer is all about snow, then think again. The kids are always doing exercises, even when there's no snow around.
Do it the way Senna does it. Go back. Go do it the way Senna does it. Go back.
In addition to being physically fit, you also need equipment, and skiers need lots of it. Senna and Emerson have 4 pairs of skis that they tend to wear out over the course of a single season. There's the rock skis, which they use early season when the terrain is patchy. Then there's a pair of slalom skis, a pair of giant slalom skis, and finally a pair of powder skis for stormy days. But the most important piece of equipment is your helmet. Racers need special helmets with a hard shell over the ears. Pick yours carefully, because it's the easiest way to spot your kids when they're racing.
Wearing this year for racing, Senna?
White helmet and like lime green goggles.
Pretty cool. Jamie, what colour are you wearing for races this season?
Blue.
Blue helmet, blue goggles? Alright. Do you think we'll see you coming? That's because you'll be ahead of the pack, right?
It's always good to get used to your new equipment before the skiing begins.
Put them back on.
There is so much equipment involved in skiing that we have a rule. You must always respect and look after your equipment. And once you have mastered your equipment, along comes the best day of the year. It's opening day, And the greatest feeling in the world is when you leave the gondola building and you head into Winter Wonderland. For the ski racing team, opening day is when the fun begins. You meet up with your friends and your coach, and you start feeling the freedom and exhilaration that putting on a pair of skis does to you. The early part of the season is spent on getting used to your new equipment and re-exploring all the fun terrain that you find at a ski resort. And the coaches do lots of practice exercises to get you in a skiing frame of mind. At Senna and Emerson's age, kids spend 60% of their time free skiing with their coach, 20% doing coach drills, 10% in gate training, and 10% racing simulations and competitions. Being in a ski team is great fun when it's sunny, but when a storm comes, we don't stay indoors. Rule number 3 is there's no such thing as bad weather. All weather is just a challenge. At the end of the day, there's always hot chocolate and a warm home where you can continue having fun with your friends. Christmas is a busy time at North Star, with crowded slopes and lots of après-ski in the village. For the ski team, the training continues throughout the holiday because there are races starting in the new year.
Cubs has moved over there. Alright, let's get going here. Can you get up and put on your thermals?
On New Year's Day, the kids had a day off, but we got up early because we knew that the snow was going to be really good first thing in the morning.
One chocolate croissant for you. One chocolate croissant for you. Does anybody want any cereal?
Hi.
What are we doing today?
Free skiing.
We're doing a free ski? With who?
Even got kids. With Dad.
It's free ski with Dad Day, isn't it?
They say that skiing gives you a great sense of freedom, and kids on ski team can show you exactly what freedom looks like.
Ready? Ready to race?
Yeah.
January 4th was mock race day, where all the North Star athletes attack a course under race conditions to check their readiness for the upcoming race season. With the cold conditions and lack of new snow, the course was icy and had very little grip.
Come on, Senna!
Senna started off tentatively, as if she was rusty, but she soon got into the swing of things.
Come on, Emmy!
Emerson started like she finished last season. She was fast, and it seemed like she had shaken her tendency to crash out. For young ski racers, competitions are held on parallel courses where 2 sets of gates are set up and 2 racers go at a time, although they are racing the clock rather than each other. When there is a parallel course, there are always 2 runs, so that all racers get to ski both sets of gates. The skiers' times from both runs are then combined to determine who is fastest. Emerson was carrying her speed well and showed confidence in the gates, and Senna was demonstrating her trademark ability to instantly settle into a racing rhythm that helps her gain speed throughout the course. Once all the athletes had run, Emerson emerged as the fastest under-8 racer for North Star, and Senna was the fastest under-10. They were both keen for the real racing to begin. After mock race day, it is always a good time to sit down with the ski coach and determine the best races for you to enter your kids into. Here in Tahoe, there are 2 choices. The Tahoe series brings together ski racers from all the local Tahoe resorts and is considered a good introduction into ski racing for kids. For more competitive skiers, there is the Far West series of races. It brings skiers together from further afield, it involves travelling, and it is significantly more competitive. Emerson, who is only 7, will be focused on Tahoe series this year, although she will take part in any Far West race that doesn't happen on the same day as a Tahoe series race. And Senna, who is 9, will focus on Far West races, but plans to do 1 Tahoe series race on a weekend when there is no Far West race. That night, a package arrived with the girls' new race suits, just in time for the first race.
Wow, check it out!
The first Far West race of the season was in Mammoth, a 3.5-hour drive from North Star. Senna arrived early and was ready to get cracking when gale force winds hit the mountain. Ski racing might be all about speed, but in truth you spend a lot of time waiting around at ski races. And 2 hours after the race was scheduled to start, it was abandoned due to high winds. Meanwhile, back at North Star, Emerson was preparing for the first Tahoe series race, and as every racer will tell you, it sure is good to have your dad help you get your race suit on.
Good.
Emerson had woken up confident and excited for her race.
Emmy's doing exactly what I told her to do. Be right next to Melanie during the slip.
And before you knew it, it was game on. crushed it, right? You had a great first run, and you feeling confident? Okay, so the key thing is not to do something silly in the second run, right? What I didn't tell Emerson was that she had a 3-second advantage over everyone else in the race. And here we are, first race of the Tahoe Series 2020, and you've just finished your second run. How was the course?
The red course was a bit icier and ruddier than the blue course.
But you feel like you did good? Yes, and describe how are you feeling? Were you nervous, excited?
I was a little nervous and excited.
Yes. You think you did a good job though?
Yeah.
Okay. So I do have one final question for you. What's it feel like to have won the first race of the season?
Wait, I'm in first place.
Yeah. You won it, Emmy.
Great.
Actually, do you know after the first run, you actually beat all the U10s as well?
Oh my god. It's crazy.
Does it feel good? Congratulations. Well done.
Congrats, Ivy. That is so awesome. I'm so proud of you.
Love you, girl.
First place with a 54.65 North Stars Emerson Jarvis. Let's give a hand to our U8 girls.
As you can see, ski racing is fun and exciting, particularly if you get a medal. Emerson had had a perfect start to her racing season, and her older sister had promised her candy. Tell me about last night.
Last night, Kylie told me that if I won the race, then we could go to the candy store and buy as much candy as I wanted. So I went to sleep that night, and I dreamt
What did you dream about?
that I won first place, and it was raining candy.
And is it raining candy?
No, but I had candy. Yeah.
You won first place, and it's raining candy. Back at Mammoth, Senna was ready for race number 2, and this time the race was on. Tahoe Series races are single-day events, but in Far West, there are multiple days with a single race per day. And after a single run of Super G, Senna was 7th.
Hi Senna, so you just finished your first Far West U10 race of the 2020 season,
Yeah.
and you finished in 7th. How do you feel?
I feel great.
Yeah, was it a good course? What was the course like?
Well, the course was icy, and so, yeah.
Talk to me about it. How many gates, the delays, what was it like?
There was 22 gates.
Yeah,
There were 3 delays.
a bit flat in the middle,
Yeah.
icy at the top, but you did great.
Yeah.
And what was your focus?
Well, my focus was mental focus.
Do you think you accomplished that?
Yeah.
Great. And how do you think you're going to improve in the next race? A little higher on the gates? What do you mean by higher on the gates?
Turning before.
Before and being closer to them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right, well, congratulations. Good job, well done.
Thank you.
In 7th place, from North Star, Senna and Jarvis.
Woo! Good job, Senna!
A typical race has about 130 competitors in it, and only the top 15 get a medal. Between races, the ski team continues to practice 5 days a week, and on the night before another race, it's always important to relax and get plenty of sleep. Alpine Meadows was the scene for the next race on the calendar. This time, it was a Tahoe Series race, and both Emerson and Senna were competing in it. Emerson did not seem as focused as she normally is prior to a race, but she did have a solid first run that put her into 2nd place overall. Meanwhile, Senna delivered another flawless performance to put herself in 1st place after the first run. It was time for a pep talk.
What are you going to do different?
Push harder.
Push harder. Yeah, just push harder out of the starting gate. Same for you, Sid. Same for you, Senna.
Yeah, I need to push a lot harder. I didn't skate at all.
Yeah.
I noticed that.
No, that's what I told you. You've got to skate because it's a very slow course, as you know, right? Okay. Feeling happy, Emmy? Okay, good.
Just as the 2nd run was about to start, the snowstorm hit us. Emerson had time to make up if she wanted to win the race, but she didn't know it. Ski coaches always ask that you do not tell your kids what position they're in until they have completed both runs. If you want to see a classic race performance, then watch Senna. Just notice how fast she settles into a rhythm that she then maintains throughout the course.
Yeah, right on her edges. So here we are, Tahoe Series Race 2 in Alpine Meadows. Emerson, you just came second. So how are you feeling? Tell me about your race.
Yeah, it was perfect.
You loved it? And was the course icy? Was it, what was the course like?
The course was fine, but the blue course was icy.
Right. And are you happy with coming second? You are? Or did you want to come first? You wanted to come first. You're a bit disappointed, aren't you? So, what are you going to do better next time so that you win the next one? What are you going to do? You're going to have to pick a better line. That's what you're going to have to do. Okay. Well done. Congratulations. We'll see you on the podium.
Okay, so here we are at Alpine Meadows. We just finished our second Tahoe Series race, actually the first Tahoe race that Senna has competed in. And at this moment, it looks like she took first place in the U10s. How are you feeling, Senna?
I don't know how to feel right now.
You excited?
Yeah, I think.
Well done. Nice 2 clean runs. And it was pretty tough conditions there for a while. What do you think you did great?
I don't know.
How'd it feel? You looked fast? You looked tight, high in the gate?
It felt good.
Uh-huh. Can you look at the camera?
Yeah.
Okay. And how does it feel to have your first place finish ever?
I don't know.
Yeah? Any improvements you want to make next time around? You got 3 days of racing coming up, but it'll be GS. So it'll be totally different, huh? You just gonna enjoy your moment here? Can you look at me? All right, congratulations, love you, well done.
And in second place from North Star, Emerson Jarvis.
With a win and now a second place under her belt, Emerson was joint leader of the Tahoe Series U8 competition.
First place with a combined time of 126.81 from North Star, Senna and All right, let's hear for the U10
Even though Senna had only competed in one of the 2 races, she was now in 3rd place in the championship. North Star's race team had had a great day and taken home lots of medals. Ski racing is a lot of fun. While it can be nerve-wracking for parents, the kids absolutely love it. It gives them great confidence, a desire to constantly improve, and plenty of self-esteem. The second race of the Far West season was at Squaw Valley. 3 races are scheduled over the course of 3 days, and today it's giant slalom.
Goes. Come on, push it, push it.
Go, Senna.
After the first run, Emerson was in 18th place and Senna was in 5th.
Emerson should be next. Here she goes. First Far West race of the 2020 season, and you are the fastest U8. How does it feel?
Great.
How was the course?
Good.
It was just good?
It was great.
Yeah, and did you like your first run or your second run the best?
I don't know.
You don't know. And you're going to go home and celebrate tonight? Good job. Well done. Very proud of you.
Nice job, Eddie.
Well, Senna, this is your second Far West of the 2020 season, and how do you feel about your race?
Good.
Good. Describe the run. Was it good?
It was super turny and slushy.
Slushy. And are you? What was your goal for this this race?
Top 5.
Top 5. And congratulations, you came 5th.
We'll do a lap of Red Dog, and then we'll work back. Okay.
Both Senna and Emerson were delighted with their results. Far West races do not have a U8 category, it's a U10 race. So while Senna gets a medal for 5th, Emerson goes home empty-handed despite being the fastest U8.
And the 5th position from the North Star Ski Team, Senna Jarvis.
After a long day, it was time to get home and prepare the girls for the next day's racing. And if you're a dad, you need to get the waxing table out and prepare their skis. It was 7:30 a.m. the next morning when the team gathered at Squaw Valley for the second day of racing in the Far West Series. After booting up, the team does warm-up exercises and then heads up to the course to slip it. That's when their coach points out the key transition points on the course and gets the racers mentally prepared. The kids start racing at around 10 a.m. Today's race is a big G race. It's the kid equivalent of a World Cup Super G race, and most of the races around Tahoe have about 140 girls and 140 boys taking part. Senna came out of the start with a sense of purpose. She had spent a lot of time training for this. In order to be as fast as possible, racers need to turn above the gates, as Senna is doing here. Her excellent run had put her into second place after the first run. The winds were increasing dramatically when it was Emerson's turn, but she put in a clean run from top to bottom. After a fabulous first run, Emerson was in 12th place and Senna was in second. After a quick pep talk, both of them then went back up to prepare for the second run. Racers stripped down to skin-tight race suits prior to starting their run, handing their warm jackets to a coach who brings them down to the bottom of the course. So Emerson was looking forward to getting her jacket back when she finally started her second run.
Let's go, Em!
At only 7 years old, Emerson took a fabulous line on the lower section of the course and put herself into 18th place. Immediately after Emerson's run, and with increasingly freezing gale-force winds, one of the Squaw Valley racers crashed on the lower course and had to be stretchered off. It took 20 minutes before the race restarted, and Senna, in nothing but her tight race suit, was absolutely frozen when she finally got to start. To me, this is Senna's most amazing performance of the season. Having stood around and suffered, she came out of the start gate with purpose and absolutely gave it her all. Unfortunately, it wasn't to be, because her second position after the first run turned into fourth position after the second run due to the long delay, but she was happy with fourth.
Here we are at the second day of the Far West races at Squaw. Tell me about your race.
Well, the first course was really good. I was doing really well on the first course with rhythm and edging. So the second run, I think I could have done a little better on edging, and I think I could turn a little earlier.
So there was a long delay whilst after Ivy Cutler got injured. So did that affect you at all? I mean, you must have been pretty cold at the top. Yeah.
It affected me. I was freezing when we were waiting in line. Then I heard there was a delay.
Yeah.
It was horrible. I was standing out there for a while.
Okay, so what was your goal for today?
Top 5.
And congratulations, you came fourth. You must be very happy.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see you again tomorrow.
Okay, bye.
Bye. So here I am with Emerson on the second day of the Far West Series. Emerson, how was your race today?
It was good. I was happy how I went fast. And, yeah.
Was it icy?
Yeah, the courses.
And how about the wind? Did the wind affect you?
It was really windy.
Yes. And you must be feeling pretty happy because you are the fastest under 8 in the whole competition. What do you think about that?
I'm really happy that I'm the fastest U8 in the competition, and that I'm really happy that I'm really happy.
Cool. So we're going to see you again tomorrow? Good. All right. Keep skiing.
In the fourth position, representing the North Star Ski Team, Senna Jarvis. Senna Jarvis.
Senna ended up fourth, and Emerson was classified 18th.
It's time to wake up.
I had a dream. I was in a really hard Far West race, and I won 3rd place.
Oh, that's pretty good. Well, you're right up there, so maybe it's going to happen. Exciting, huh?
At the grand old age of 10, Senna now has the confidence, the mental fortitude, and the skill to ski fast. She went to ski team today determined to practice for that 3rd place. As the season goes on, the races come thick and fast, so in no time at all, we were back at Alpine Meadows for a Far West slalom race. Slalom is the toughest of all the alpine racing disciplines. It requires precision, rhythm, and lightning-fast reflexes in order to post a competitive time. Racing against 140 other girls, Emerson was first up and picked a solid line right the way down the course, turning high in the gates so she could maintain her speed. Emerson's impressive run was testament to all the hard work that she'd put in over the season, and she was in a medal position after the first run. Senna quickly settled into her rhythm and stayed as low as she could, knowing that the lower part of the course flattens out. The fastest way down a slalom course is to do all your turning before the gate itself, something that Senna is particularly good at. Good slalom skiers settle into a rhythm early and then maintain that fluidly throughout the run. Senna is particularly adept at this. It is her best and favourite discipline.
Let's go, Senna!
After the first run, Senna was in 4th place and Emerson was an impressive 13th. With medals awarded down to 15th place, Emerson finally had a chance at her first Far West medal. At the top of the course, I caught Senna mentally running the gates in her head before her coach gave her his final words of advice and sent her flying towards the podium. And here Senna goes. She settles immediately into her rhythm, transitioning quickly from one turn to the next, her head over the gate and her skis on their edges where they are fastest. She wants a podium spot badly, so she now needs to maintain that pressure right down to the bottom of the course. The slope flattens as you come into the final section of the course, so it is critical that the speed you gained at the top is maintained. And while conditions at the top were relatively good, the lower section of the course is slushy and a little rutted, so it is important that you glide smoothly as much as possible. Her dream had come true. Senna's remarkable run had put her onto the podium in 3rd place. It was her first Far West podium. Emerson came out of the starting gate with grit and determination. This single run was going to decide whether she was going to get her first Far West medal. Despite being only 7 years old, Emerson has been skiing with the older kids on the race team for 2 years, so she knows the drill. Turning ahead of the gates and trying to maintain the straightest line possible in order to maintain her speed, Emerson flew down the course with a sense of purpose. The lower part of the course flattens out, so Emerson got herself into a tuck to help her speed, crossing the line to take 13th and win her first Far West medal. And Senna's dream came true. She was third, her first Far West podium.
Okay, so Senna, congratulations, third place in Far West. First time you've been on a podium, how's it feel?
Great. The first run was really nice.
And how about the second run? Second run seemed to be the crux one.
Yeah, it was way harder, but I stayed focused.
Icier, faster,
Icier and faster.
and are you looking forward to tomorrow's race?
Can't wait.
Emerson, your first medal in Far West, how are you feeling?
I'm really excited and I'm really happy that I got a medal.
Cool, that's great. And tell me a bit about the runs. Was it a tough course?
It was a tough course and it was icy.
Very icy. And tomorrow you are competing in Tahoe Series in order to be the best U8 in Tahoe. Are you ready for it?
Yeah. I'm really ready.
Well done. Okay, congratulations. First medal in Far West. Thank you.
And in an act of great sportsmanship, Senna congratulated the winner.
In the 13th position from North Star, Emerson Jarvis. In the 12th position from the North Star Ski Team, Callie Bard. Our top three. In the 3rd position from the North Star Ski Team, Senna Jarvis. In the 2nd position from Squaw Valley, Mikaela Shiffrin. And in the 1st position, representing the Diamond Peak Ski Team, give it up for Thala Walker. Down this road with Thala. Talea.
It had been a really good day for the Jarvis race team. Next morning, we were up early for the final Tahoe Series race of the season. Emerson needed to win the race in order to be Tahoe Series U8 champion. My stomach was in knots, but if Emerson was nervous, she wasn't showing it.
Are you ready? You excited? Yeah. It's a fun race. You're gonna do great.
For some reason, every time we come to Sugar Bowl for a race, there is always a blizzard. And today was no exception. And it just increased my nerves as I thought about Emerson's race. We were in the midst of a storm, and as fast as they cleared snow off the course, more landed on it. Emerson came out the start and quickly settled, not letting the falling snow, the visibility, or the course bother her at all. She didn't need me to tell her what to do, she just got on with the job. The racer on the blue course fell, but Emerson was oblivious to it. She'd worked out how to deal with the changing course conditions. With an amazing first run, Emerson was in first place, and the deciding second run had Emerson on the blue course and her chief rival on red. Emerson's rival also happened to be one of her best friends, so it was sad when she caught a ski and missed a gate. All Emerson needed to do now was get to the finish. With a clean second run, Emerson not only won the race, but sealed herself as Tahoe Series Under-8 champion. It made me cry, and I could not have been prouder.
So Emerson, congratulations. You've just won the Tahoe Series race at Sugar Bowl. Tell me about your race.
The red course was bumpy and icy, and the blue course was like really icy.
Okay, and how was the weather? Because it was snowing, it was a bit of a blizzard. Did that impact things?
Yeah, at the top I was freezing.
And are you feeling happy of having won? This is 2 wins and 1 second now for this year. You feeling good about it?
Yeah.
Well, congratulations. Very proud of you, lady.
And in first place, from the North Star Ski Team with a time of 118.98, Emerson Jarvis.
As soon as the medal ceremony was over, Emerson and I jumped in the car and headed to Alpine Meadows, where Senna was racing in what would end up to be the final Far West race of the year. Conditions at Alpine Meadows were worse than at Sugar Bowl. The course was rutted and thick with snow. She would need to get 2 perfect runs in if she wanted a medal.
Go, Senna.
For the first run, Senna's coach had told her to give it 100%. For the second run, he told her he wanted 115%.
Let's go, Senna! Go, 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 Sen! Woo!
And with another amazing performance, Senna powered herself into second place, her second podium in Far West racing this season.
Senna, you just took second place at the Far West Alpine Meadows race. How do you feel?
I feel great. I feel like I got my goal completed, top 2.
Awesome, second place. How was the course?
It was icy and rutty, and well, the ruts were real deep in.
And how did you improve over yesterday?
Well, I think I was more aggressive, and I knew I could do it.
Congratulations.
In the second position from the North Star Ski Team, Senna Jarvis. And in the first position from the Sugar Bowl Ski Team, give it up for Malia Ayers. Hey, you know, I got the layout right, the tire right.
Senna was now ranked the 3rd best Far West Series skier in her region, and the first person to congratulate her was her sister. The North Star race team had had another good medal haul. If you're in ski team, the moment the racing ends, the training continues. But training involves fun activities as well as more serious gate drills. It was absolutely dumping snow when the lifts opened on March 14th, and we had gale force winds at the summit. We had waited for a storm of this size all season, and just when it was happening, all ski resorts in California announced that they were closing immediately due to coronavirus. It was the day that skiing died. Congratulations, Senna. Third in Far West. How was your season?
It was really fun, and I think I got better and better as it went on.
You sure did. And what did you learn last season?
I learned that mental focus is just a great thing to have.
And if the season hadn't ended early, do you think you would have won a race?
Definitely.
Yeah, I think you would have done too. So, are you excited for next year?
Oh, I'm always excited and ready.
Good. Well, congratulations. Third in Far West. But I do have something else for you.
What?
Not only that, but you came
Oh my.
6th in the Tahoe series, even though you only competed in one race, which you won. So congratulations.
Thank
You are a double cup holder. Congratulations, Emerson. You are the Tahoe series champion. How does it feel?
Great.
It feels great.
Great.
Okay, so how was the season? Were you happy with your skiing?
Yeah, it was really hard in the races, but I managed to get through.
Did you learn anything during the course of the season?
Yes. Focus and
Focus, yeah. You were mentally focused and you were skiing really good. And are you ready for next season?
yeah.
Yeah? Can't wait to see you back on skis. Congratulations again. Well done. Our ski season doesn't end until August, when we drive 9 hours to get to Mount Hood in Oregon. Once there, we joined rival ski teams, many of whom were not socially distancing, all vying to get some good training in on the Palmer Glacier. Senna spent the first few days doing drills and then progressed to running gates of both slalom and giant slalom. The 2019-2020 ski season was a turning point for Senna. With a really good coach supporting her, she made dramatic progress in her skiing. But her biggest development was in her mental game. As the season progressed, she became more confident in her own ability, and with that, she developed a determination to succeed. Next season, she moves up to the more competitive under-12 category, so she will have a bit of a learning year. But she will also have a new coach who spent 3 seasons racing for the United States in the Ski World Cup. She has a great future ahead of her if she can take another step up. Emerson had an amazing ski season this year, and it is mind-boggling when you consider that she is only 7 years old. Her previous season was marred by crashing out of virtually every race that she skied in, but this season she discovered how to be fast and consistent, and that's what made her the champion. While Emerson has speed, she still has a way to go on her technique and her racecraft, but that will come, and when it does, she will be hard to beat. She's mentally strong and nothing phases her. Emerson moves up to the under 10 category next year, so she will be competing with kids, some of whom are 2 years older than her. But ironically, she spent this season beating many of them, even as an under 8, so she's not concerned. She also has a great future ahead of her. If you've enjoyed this movie and you want to be a ski racer yourself, you will find that most resorts have a racing program. And as Warren Miller always said, if you don't try it this year, you'll be another year older when you do. So we'll see you out there.
Crazy living in a ski resort sometimes.
Crazy fun.